It's a beautiful day outside, but the only downside is that it's cold as hell. Look at that damn fountain. But there is something to warm me up. The Blerdtaku Pickups Black Friday Special. What's up, Warlord Squad? My name is Anime Warlord, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a very special edition of Blerdtaku Pickups. This is the Black Friday Special. Now, as many of you guys know, I went out shopping on the 21st and the 23rd of November, respectively, for early Black Friday shopping. Now, you guys saw the first day, which was on the 21st of November, but why didn't you see the 23rd? Well, that's because one of my local malls has a very strict no-film policy, so I had to follow the rules. And what I didn't know was this: you had to ask permission first before you film inside said mall. So yeah, I'm gonna remember that for the foreseeable future because, I didn't want to get myself in trouble and whatnot. So I just basically followed the rules, and I will remember that for next time. So if I decide to do Black Friday shopping at Genzi's Mackenzie, I will be sure to ask permission first before I film in one of their many stores. All right, with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the Blerdtaku Pickups Black Friday Special. Roll that festive intro. All right, everyone, I have 6 bags in total. I did a count, and we are going to start off with this one, the bag that I got from GameStop. All right, so there's only 2 items in here. That's why we're starting with this bag first. So first and foremost, I got myself 2 brand new micro arcades. And the first micro arcade I got right here is the arcade game Pole Position. This is one of my favorites. I am so happy that I finally got this in my collection. And when I went to my local GameStop, well, one of my many, because there's many around my area, and they said that these arcades, these little mini micro arcades, have been collecting dust for quite a while. And I was one of the few customers that actually showed interest in buying these. So now I've got Pole Position, and I hear that they're coming out with a whole lot more cooler ones like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm really looking forward to collecting more in the near future. I will be definitely installing batteries and just putting this up on the top of my manga collection because, for those who don't know, I have the My Arcade micro players on top of the growing manga library. It's actually a pretty neat display. I should also point out that I really love how this includes the 2 games, Pole Position and Pole Position 2. Alright, on to the next one. And the last micro arcade machine that I got for the collection for this year's Black Friday is Super Street Fighter 2, The New Challenge. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, this includes 2 games too! Look at that, y'all. There's Super Street Fighter 2, The New Challenge, and Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah, man, collecting these is a whole lot of fun, and I'm super happy that I've gotten 2 new ones for the collection because it's been a hot minute since I've gotten micro arcades. And you guys, with my mini arcade collection rapidly growing, and since those 2 that I just showcased were the newest additions to the collection, I also want to make a video just showcasing you guys all the mini arcades that I have, but I will wait until it gets a wee bit bigger. Okay, moving on. So the next bag that we're going to be showcasing is the one that I got from Hobby Lobby. So remember, you guys, as I said before in my pre-Black Friday haul, I will not accept any AI artwork in my collection. I don't care how good the AI has made the image. I do not accept any AI artwork because I always ask at the front desk if this artwork is authentic or real or AI. And luckily for me, all the stuff that you're going to see here is legit. All right, so first and foremost, you guys heard of Deer Crossing, Pedestrian Crossing, and if you live in Florida, or if you visited Florida, believe it or not, there's Panther Crossing, but how many of y'all have heard of this? Godzilla Crossing. Yeah, this is a Godzilla Crossing sign, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I love how that is the Heisei Godzilla, my favorite era of the Godzilla franchise, and I cannot wait to hang this up on the walls of my apartment, and I'll be like, wait. You gotta obey the Kaiju Crossing sign. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite Godzilla items that I have collected for this year. Hands down. All right, next up, I have a brand new portrait. And this is a portrait of Pokemon. Yeah, there's a mixture of both old school Pokemon and some new school Pokemon. Well, the only new school Pokemon that I can think of is Lucario. But still, though, this is absolutely phenomenal. Whoever did this piece of artwork did an amazing job. And finally, from Hobby Lobby, I have some Pac-Man trading cards. I have a thing about collecting unique playing cards, and this is honestly my first ever unique playing cards deck, and there will definitely be more where that's going to be coming from, because I want to collect a lot of unique old school or nostalgic, what have you, playing cards. And to start off the collection, I got one of my favorite video games of all time is Pac-Man. All right, you guys, here is the next bag. This next bag contains a mixture of two stores, Half Price Books and Disc Replay. All right, guys, I have devised the pile, or excuse me. All right, you guys, I have officially devised the stores into two individual piles. Pile number one is all the stuff I got at Disc Replay, and pile number two is all the stuff that I got at Half Price Books. I'm going to start with Disc Replay because that pile is the biggest. All right, so first and foremost, I have the first volume for Beyblade X. It's been a little while since I've read, watched, or even played anything Beyblade of any kind, because I actually played the video games back in the day. And I had no idea that Beyblade had a brand new manga called Beyblade X. And for those who didn't know, Disc Replay also sells manga, and I got this for a pretty damn good deal. I think I paid like about $5 for this, which is not too bad. All right, next we have a Funimation title here. This is the complete series to O Edo Rockets. I've actually heard about this series a long time ago, and I finally got the complete series because I tried finding the complete series of this online, but this one is honestly pretty rare now that I think of it. And look right down here, you guys. You see the studio? That says Studio Madhouse, and for those who don't know, that is literally my favorite anime studio of all time. All right, next we have the DVD release for Afro Samurai Resurrection, and honestly, I'm gonna keep both versions because like when I get the complete series to the Afro Samurai 5-episode OVA series, and when I get the steelbooks, I'm honestly going to keep both. I guess for like maybe nostalgia purposes, or maybe the fact that since Funimation is no longer, it's good to like keep a little history in your collection. And speaking of rare titles, here is an Art of Fighting anime. I had no idea the Art of Fighting had its very own anime. I've actually played one of the video games, and the Art of Fighting is pretty damn cool. And when the guy was ringing my stuff up, he said that I found myself a pretty big hidden gem here in regards to finding anime on physical media. And finally, for the animes, I have the complete series to Planet S, or Planet, I'm not entirely sure how you say that, but I'm going to go with Planet S. And that's actually pretty good timing because the deluxe editions of the manga are now available in stores, volumes 1 and 2. And I cannot wait to collect the deluxe editions for the manga, because from what I've been hearing, that the manga of Planet S is pretty fun too. And plus, on the subject of store or businesses that are no longer in business, Bandai is becoming a pretty hot find in regards to anime physical media collecting too. And now I got myself some movies. First and foremost, I have the unrated version of Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. I absolutely love the Wayans brothers, and I've never seen this movie before, but I have seen clips, and I really want to see it in full because this movie looks to be absolutely hilarious. But wait, y'all, there's more, and these ones will probably be screamers. First and foremost, I have the 2005 cult classic film Robots. This is another edition for my Robin Williams collection, and someday in the near future, either on his birthday or the anniversary of his death, I really do want to showcase all the Robin Williams stuff that I have in my collection in regards to physical media, because as everybody knows, I am a huge Robin Williams fan, and my good friend the Metal Maniac is saying that the 2005 film Robots is starting to become quite the hidden gem out there. Next, I have one of my favorite biopics of all time. Bam! There it is, the 1987 cult classic film, La Bamba. I absolutely love this movie. This tells the story of the life and death of Richie Valens. And honestly, Richie Valens was just incredible. And it's so criminal to me because of two reasons. Number one, he was the youngest one to die on February the 3rd, 1959. He was only 17 years old. And number two, his career lasted only 8 months, which is absolutely crazy. But Richie Valens packed a whole lot of living into 8 months in regards to his career. He opened up a lot of doors for like Chicano and Latino artists out there. And honestly, you got to give the guy a whole lot of credit where credit is due. Richie Valens is just absolutely goated. And this movie is absolutely goated. But I'm not the only one who loves this movie. These two legends also love that movie. Look at that. 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert. And finally from Disc Replay, since we have Christmas coming, I have Jingle All the Way. Finally, I can laugh at one of the most underrated Christmas classics of all time. I've been meaning to get this in my collection for quite a while, and when I finally saw that at Disc Replay, I'm just like, yep, I gotta snag you up. Alright, you guys, now it's time for me to showcase the stuff that I got at Half Price Books, and they're all manga. Alright, so first and foremost, I have Bakugan Battle Brawlers, the EVO tournament. This manga right here is extremely, extremely rare. And I got this manga for only $2, which is absolutely insane. I've been tracking this down forever, and now I finally got it. I am so happy. And finally from Half Price Books, I had no idea these were even things. These are Naruto the movie mangas. So first and foremost, I have Naruto the movie, what the hell? Legend of the Stone of Galel. Hope I'm saying that right. If I'm mispronouncing it, I am very sorry about that. And finally, I have the first Naruto manga movie right here, and that is Naruto, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. And there's one more original Naruto the movie manga out there that I need to get, and I hope to find that sometime in the near future. I'm not entirely too sure if Shippuden has mangas too, but it's pretty crazy to know that the OG Naruto has mangas. Again, I had no idea those were even a thing. Alright, y'all. 3 bags down, 3 bags to go. Let's do this. Kicking things off is Barnes & Noble number 2. Alright, so first and foremost, I have gotten myself a brand new art book. Voila! This is the art book for Rival Schools. This is Rival Schools, the complete works. And now that I think of it, I'm starting to turn into quite the art book collector. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like, look at this. This is my complete art book collection so far. I have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards. I have the art book for the complete first season of Gushing Over Magical Girls. And finally, the artwork for the visual novel School Days. Both of these art books are straight from Japan. And now I have a Rival Schools art book. What else will I be getting? Well, that's for me to know and you to find out. Next up, it's been a hot minute since I've gotten any comic books, and I have the first volume for Godzilla vs. the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, I actually looked through some of the panels of the book, and they are absolutely beautiful. Like, look at this. Look at this! It is so beautiful. Oh man, I am looking forward to reading this. And from what I've heard, there's like about 2 volumes so far. I'm not entirely too sure, but man, oh man, I am really looking forward to reading this. Oh my god. Because I love Godzilla, and I love Power Rangers, aka Super Sentai, and I just love Tokusatsu in general, so this is just basically like a yin and yang right here of Tokusatsu right here. And finally, from Barnes & Noble number 2, I have all of the Afro Samurai manga. I am so happy that I finally have the Afro Samurai manga in my collection. Absolutely beautiful. That's volume 1, and that's volume 2. Oh man, I just can't believe I'm holding these 2 manga volumes in my hand. Oh, I love Afro Samurai, dude. Alright guys, 2 more bags left. Let's do this. We are now on to Barnes & Noble number 1. Alright, so first and foremost, So, remember how I said before when I went to Disc Replay that I want to start collecting steelbooks and whatnot? Well, guess what? I got myself a steelbook, if you guys remember from the video. Yes, I got the steelbook of A Silent Voice here, and it looks phenomenal! Oh my god, I can't believe that I had my first steelbook, man. This is just absolutely amazing. Look at that. Steelbook. Woo! Ugh. And it's one of my favorite animes ever, A Silent Voice. I can't wait to collect more steelbooks in the future. It looks absolutely beautiful because they just really stand out in your physical media collection. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait to collect more. Next up, I have the first volume for the full color edition of Parasite. And this is honestly how I want to experience the manga, much like how I want to experience the Berserk manga by collecting the big black deluxe editions of it and the perfect edition for Soul Eater. And now I have the first volume of the full color edition of Parasite. And look right over here, you guys. Every single time when you collect one of the individual full color editions of Parasite, you will actually spell out the word itself of the title of the manga. Absolutely phenomenal. And if I remember correctly, I do believe that there's 8 of these full-color editions of Parasite in total, much like how the original release of the manga had 8 itself too. Oh, but the manga collecting hasn't stopped there. I have the first volume of Land. This one looks absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to read this because I heard nothing but great things about it. And finally, last but most certainly not least, in regards to manga, I have my very first Osamu Tezuka manga. This is Isle Ill. I'm not entirely too sure how you pronounce that title, but it's my first Osamu Tezuka manga, and I'm really excited. And right when I saw that, contains explicit content, I'm like, ooh, the godfather or the grandfather of anime and manga was also a man of culture. Based. Very based. And finally, from Barnes & Noble #1, when I was over at their music section, a lot of people were talking about the new Wicked for Good soundtrack that's coming out. Some people were talking about Eminem. Some people were talking about Led Zeppelin. Some people were talking about Tupac. Some people were talking about Biggie Smalls and so on and so forth. And here I am getting the soundtrack for K-pop Demon Hunters. Yes, I am so happy that I finally have this in my collection. I absolutely love K-pop Demon Hunters. Such a phenomenal movie, and it's crazy to think that we're going to get a sequel, but we have to wait until 2029. I'll be 32 by then, but I'll still be the nerdy guy that you know and love. And I look forward to watching it whenever it comes out in 2029. Okay, before I showcase the final bag, which is going to be the stuff that I got at FYE, but look at my manga library. It's so fucking huge now. Look at that. That just goes to show that I have to investigate in getting another shelf because this is starting to rapidly fill up. And I'm starting to think that I may have 200 individual books now. I'm not going to do a count right now, but I think I have over 200 individual books of manga, and it's still going to keep on growing for years to come. Oh my god. I am so happy with my manga collection. I'm just happy with my collection in general because I'm literally swimming from head to toe in my goddamn apartment in pop culture. It's absolutely lovely. I love that. I installed the batteries into the new My Arcade micro players, and they just work phenomenally. I am so happy. Alright guys, here's the final bag. What did I get at FYE? Here we go. Let's take a look. Alright, starting off with some DVDs. I have the DVD release for Pee-wee's Big Adventure. For those who don't know, I am a huge Pee Wee Herman fan, and I was absolutely devastated when Paul Reubens passed away from cancer in 2023. And now that I have this in my collection again, I can finally just quote the scenes from I Know You Are, But What Am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Infinity!
Absolutely classic. Or this scene. The stars at night, so big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. I guess for 2025, I've been on quite the Arnold Schwarzenegger high because the next movie that I have is Kindergarten Cop because I guess your boy is on quite the Arnold Schwarzenegger high for 2025 because you guys already know that I have Jingle All the Way, and now I have another cult comedy classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kindergarten Cop. Put your toy back to the carpet! Put it back! And finally, the final movie that I got from FYE is one of my favorite movies of all time, starring the late, great John Candy, and that is Uncle Buck. Absolutely love this movie, man. And finally, and last but most certainly not least from FYE, I got some new Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise. It's been a little while since I've collected anything Five Nights at Freddy's related. And this right here is Candelabra Foxy. Yeah, as you can see, it's very bright. And there is also Candelabra Freddy. Now, I'm not entirely too sure if they're going to make any more Candelabra animatronics, because it'll be pretty cool to see Candelabra Bonnie and, of course, Candelabra Chica to complete the whole set. But for now, they just made Freddy and Foxy. And the main reason why they're putting out new Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, it's because of the upcoming FNAF movie coming out real soon, December 5th, if I remember correctly. And I cannot wait to see the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie, because the first one was absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for the sequel. And when Matthew Lillard was doing interviews for the FNAF movie, the upcoming FNAF movie, I should say, he said that this movie will blow you guys away. And that's pretty much it. That's all of the stuff that I got for this year's Black Friday. If you guys have a favorite item that I showcased in today's video, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, you guys, this just about wraps things up for today's video. If you guys like today's video, give it a like. If you guys have anything to say about today's video, give it a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell to be notified for future nerdy videos when they come out. You guys already know who I am. I'm Anime Warlord. Stay nerdy, stay safe out there. Have a great day, have a great evening, whatever your time zone may be. And always remember to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys again in the very next video. Peace out.